performance.
Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We're so excited to share music with you. Tonight you'll hear from 5 different ensembles, and we pause briefly between each ensemble's performance to reset the stage. We invite you to enjoy this evening's performance. Please welcome the Upper School Wind Ensemble. Chamber Orchestra.
Well, that was such an awesome start to the night. Let's give them all another round of applause. But moving forward, before we start with the Chamber Orchestra, we'd like to recognize a couple of groups of people for their accomplishments this year and through the years, actually. The state of Maryland, and every state in the United States actually has an all-state conference, audition, a big conference where the students from around the state where they live can try out to audition to be in a select honor ensemble. And we have 3 individuals this year that were selected. For what I understand, of all the disciplines, chorus, band, strings, there are, in all the age groups, close to 600 people auditioned for these honor ensembles. And 3 of the students here tonight were accepted as individuals. We'd like to recognize them this evening. First, our senior Mira Rosenblum Solis. On trombone, Cindy Miao on clarinet. And Eleanor Shi on flute. So it's an exciting opportunity for our individuals to prepare, to try out, to go be a part of a larger ensemble of students who also did the same thing. So thank you very much, students. The ensemble on stage, the Upper School Chamber Orchestra, they auditioned in a different way. They auditioned as a group. And this group was also invited to participate in the All-State Conference as a group performer. So the Upper School Chamber Orchestra in February performed a set of music as an invited ensemble to the All-State Conference as well. So let's give them a round of applause. We wanted to take a moment to recognize these incredible accomplishments. All of our students are working hard, and the fact that some of our individuals and groups are taking it to yet another level to try to be in a select group from around the state, which is recognized nationally, which is really outstanding. So thank you very much for encouraging our students to continue this in whatever form they do to outreach and volunteer and perform in other groups around the region. So thank you so much. As we move on, we move with the Upper School Chamber Orchestra. They'll be playing one of the pieces that they performed in February at the Maryland State Conference. So we will move on to the Capriole Suite for Strings in 4 movements. Sit back and enjoy a Renaissance piece of music rewritten in the 20th century with sort of a modern flair. So enjoy the Capriole Suite by the Upper School Chamber Orchestra. set change. Introduce the next piece. Well, up next we have the Upper School String Orchestra performing a piece that took some creativity to put together. Not that this is the first time that Romeo and Juliet has been set to music, but the fact that we have decided to add dialogue from Shakespeare's words to a live performance of music inspired by Romeo and Juliet. Tchaikovsky, among 3 or 4 other very notable composers, set music to Romeo and Juliet. But tonight, in our debut performance, we have taken 3 excerpts from Romeo and Juliet's dialogue and combined that with the arrangement of music that we've been preparing for the second half of the school year. So the idea that all of the art that we are creating, whether it's visual or performing or dance or drama, we're always telling a story. And tonight we thought it'd be fun to literally tell the story through music and through the spoken word of Shakespeare. So combining these 2 incredible artistic forces, we have music and spoken dialect by Shakespeare. So tonight, as you sit back and hear these excerpts from Shakespeare, we invite you to dive into the meaning of the words and to hear how it's expressed in the music. Because so many times we hear music that's inspired by the story, but here you're hearing the story and the music at the same time. So enjoy. We hope you really enjoy this experience. We've had a lot of fun putting this together, and we have some very special guests that will be reading tonight. So first I'll introduce our concertmaster, Jin Chang Zhao, to come out. Juliet and Mercutio, we have 2 of the finest Shakespearean actors in all of the land. Mr. Mark Robinson, and tonight, on one day's notice, we have Miss Melinda Salata.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these 2 foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth, with their death, bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic you with patient ears attend. What here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. Juliet is the sun.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but my sworn love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet.
Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
Dost thou love me? O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I swear.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circle orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be, ere one can say, it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I should say good night till it be morrow.
Gentlemen, for shame forbear this outrage. Tybalt, Mercutio, the prince expressly hath forbid this bandying in Verona streets. Hold, Tybalt, good Mercutio.
I am hurt. A plague on both houses. I am sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
I scratch. A scratch. Marry, 'tis enough.
Courage, man. The hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you will find me a grave man. I am peppered, I warn, for this world. A plague on both your houses. Zoons, why the devil came in between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They have made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses.
The sun, for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
when we miss a cue, her constant filming for Instagram content, and her knowing look when our section finally nails it.
Jin-Tae.
Thank you for making so many amazing contributions to the Holton Orchestra, and we wish you the best of luck.
Next up, we want to talk about Elena and all that she's contributed to Holton's orchestra program. This is Elena's 10th year in Holton Orchestra and 20th orchestra concert at Holton. She consistently shows up to orchestra rehearsals with determination to sound amazing and encourages everyone to play her best.
I've had the privilege of being her stand partner the past few years, and she makes every effort to check in on everyone during every single rehearsal. She brings so much positivity and skill to the orchestra, and we love her so much, and we will miss her greatly.
Next up is Laura, one of our favorite violinists in both strings and chamber orchestra. Laura truly does it all, a star on the ice hockey team and a robotics team member. We know you will do amazing things in the future. We will all miss your signature grin and can't wait to see you do wonderful things. You will too.
Next up is Sadie. Sadie is our honorable principal of viola, and she has been ever since she's been in upper school orchestra. Along with being an incredible violist, she also plays the violin. Upon entering her sophomore year, she graciously volunteered to join the viola section to bring leadership and guidance to the violists. While she is a very talented musician in school, she also participates in horseback riding outside of school. Her kind heart will leave a lasting impression on the orchestra, and we will miss her dearly.
Anne is a proud member of our upper school and chamber orchestra. She's been a vital part of our orchestra for 9 years, and sometimes you can find her in the orchestra room after school helping middle schoolers learn how to play the cello.
Not only does she participate in chamber upper school orchestra, she also spends her days tinkering away at robots and also on the fields in the mud, in softball and in the swimming pool during the winter.
We are blessed to have Anne help us with our rhythm and measures for these past 4 years. We'll miss you so much, and we know she's going to do great things when she goes up to Wellesley in the fall.
Our favorite violin player in the string orchestra. Ellie does it all on the soccer field, in the fall, and on the ice rink in the winter. Also a member of the robotics team. She accomplished so much during her time at Holton, and we know she'll do amazing things next year, and we miss her so much.
Okay, these are our band seniors. So Adriana has played flute in upper school band for 4 years and joined jazz band this year, which we are so lucky for. If you come to the band room in the afternoon, you will likely find Adriana helping lower and middle school band students learn the flute. Okay, just Adriana, thank you for always keeping us on task, organized, and ready to learn. You will be missed. Caroline has been a part of upper school band and jazz band for 4 years. She is the definition of generous, kind, and considerate. Last year, Miss Royster said she needed additional tenor saxophones, and Caroline jumped at the chance to pick up a new instrument and try something new. After 4 years, me and the rest of band can confidently say Caroline approaches every challenge with curiosity and wonder and a huge smile on her face. Caroline, you will truly be missed. Mia has been a member of upper school band for 4 years and jazz for 5. Mia is the most kind, hilarious, and talented person band will not and will never be the same without her. Mia has dedicated herself entirely to her instrument and band. She has done the National Symphony Orchestra Fellowship Program for 2 years. Mia, thank you for everything. And Farah, who couldn't be here today, she's recovering at the hospital, so we send her well wishes. Farah is a sweet and kind person. She has been a member of band and chamber orchestra for 4 years playing the flute. Though she could not be here today, we commend her for her dedication and commitment to the flute and her section mates. We will miss you, Farah.
Well, seniors and juniors, thank you for this incredible night, incredible year, and incredible legacy that you leave in the instrumental program in the halls of Holton-Arms. It's truly an honor to work with you. Ms. Royster and I are privileged every day to come to school, to work with you, to see the music grow within you and the music that you share with everyone around you. So thank you so much, seniors. We conclude tonight with the Symphony Orchestra, which is something Ms. Royster and I wanted to happen for a long time. And for the last few years, we've had a Holton-Arms Symphony Orchestra. We'd like to end the evening tonight playing something that has been played quite frequently in the last couple of years around the world, something from a large piece called The Planets. So without further ado, I will let our resident voice of the world take over, Mr. Mark Robinson from the booth, to read a little bit about this piece, and we will conclude with Jupiter from Gustav Holst's Planets.
The fourth movement of a larger 7-movement work titled The Planets, Jupiter is, in Holst's words, the musical embodiment of a ceremonial jollity. And those born under the planet's influence are cheery and hopeful in disposition and possess a noble and generous spirit. These aspects are revealed in the movement's various themes, starting with flickering waves and invigorating syncopated motifs in the brass and winds, to a spirited tune intoned by horns and strings, then a rustic dance piped by the horns that becomes increasingly wild. At the heart of the movement is a majestic melody of noble and generous spirit, carried by the entire Holton-Arms Symphony Orchestra. While composing a wide variety of music throughout his illustrious career, Gustav Holst worked as a music teacher, and by all accounts, an excellent one, and served as head of music at St. Paul's Girls' School in Hammersmith, London.
everyone.